in this county, it's really where gold was really discovered. There was some panning on the South Platte out on the prairie there that got people excited, but when George W. Jackson came here in 1859 and saw the steam from the hot springs and then went over to Chicago Creek to avoid the Utes that were bathing at the hot springs, he saw the gold there in Chicago Creek. And that's what started it all in Clear Creek County, the gold rush here. And this is the perfect place because you can hit all the ski areas, most of them within an hour. You can be downtown at the Opera in less than an hour. And so it's an ideal location for me, and it's beautiful country, and there's a lot of history here in this county. Burro racing is an old mining tradition. It's been an organized prize-paying sport since 1949. It originally got started in the mountain towns as a way to help bring some tourist activity back to these towns that were dying after the Great War when there wasn't as much of a demand for ore. These towns, the youngsters were heading to the big city and there wasn't a lot of growth there, so now they wanted to keep some renewed interest in their little mountain communities and keep them alive, and they started festivals.
My name's Tiffany Ecker. I compete in mountain boarding in the women's pro category. It's a fantastic place to ride. There's anywhere you look, you can take your mountain board, down the streets, down dirt tracks, especially here. They have an incredible setup here, a nice little roll-in to some jumps, and then they have basically all the gear you need here as well. It's fantastic, and we have a great group of people that come out, and everyone loves to hang out and ride.
I came up to Henderson Mine in 1976, got hired on and moved up here from Denver the same day, and I've been in the county ever since. Like I said, worked here 31 years. It's a pretty interesting job. I really enjoyed it. I moved to Colorado in '71. Specifically because of the mountains. I always said when I was old enough, this is where I was going to live. I love the mountains. You know, I love everything about it, and I like to live, you know, where I can move around. And, you know, taking the kids out and just, you know, going for a hike, you know, or sometimes four-wheeling, fishing, you know, just anything, you know, has always been, you know, great. And the kids loved it. I raised 2 boys here. One of them works here at the mine and the other one works up in Georgetown. And it's just been great.
I'm Tom Hill. I'm the manager of marketing at the Georgetown Loop Railroad. It's a great outing from either Denver or even a vacation trip from wherever you come from. Because Clear Creek Canyon is so narrow and the grade would be so steep if the train just went straight up the hill, they designed a series of loops and curves in this overpass to gain altitude to go on up to Silver Plume. Well, it's beautiful, and there's a certain level of excitement, first of all about trains themselves, but about old steam locomotives. It's a sign of times past.
My name is Danny Link. This is our 29th anniversary for this club, Our Gang 4 Wheels. This is actually the only form of motorsport that's unique to Colorado. It's done nowhere else in the world the way we do it. We take just a plain worn out tire. This size here is a 185 60R15. And we have the bolts, the 2-inch long bolt provides better than pavement traction. The stresses that the vehicle sees and the things that happen. I mean, we run a 8-mile track essentially in 15 seconds.
We were married in 1934 and we had just come home, Julian and I, from our honeymoon. And he said, I bought this cabin up in the mountains. And he said, I only paid $100 for it because I live on a busy street and to have solitude, you have to come up here. Oh, It's just so beautiful up here. It's so quiet. We were only about a half a mile from St. Mary's Glacier, and we hiked up there, and we had never seen a glacier before. And the St. Mary's Lake is right there also. Lots and lots of lakes. There was 7 lakes within a radius of 7 miles. Hiking was just wonderful. My husband took our son, who was only about 10 at that time, and they hiked from here right over the hill, Yankee Hill there, and went to Central City, and took the dog along too. And the dog was so tired, my husband picked him up and carried him the last mile, I think.
This is the highest paved road in North America, and it is the site of the Mount Evans Hill Climb bicycle race, which has been going since the 50s. It's one of the oldest bicycle races in North America as well as in Colorado. This really is a pretty intense ride. So you really feel it, even really well-conditioned athletes. When you get above 12,000 feet, you definitely feel it. You get a panorama up here where you're looking everywhere from the plains out beyond Denver, all the way close to Nebraska, and then looking all the way around to the south, through South Park, to the west, all the way over to the Continental Divide, Gore Range. It's just spectacular the whole way up. And on top of that, you see mountain sheep, mountain goats. The thing about the trip down is on the upper 14 miles, because there's so many turns and it's so steep, you tend to take it fairly cautiously, and there's huge drop-offs, so it's a real thrill. The cycling doesn't get any better than it is in Clear Creek County.
Idaho Springs is a smaller town. It's where gold was originally discovered in Colorado. It's a historic mining town. So we have a lot of historical aspects. It's just kind of quaint. We're a town of about 2,200 population. We're real close to Denver, about 30 miles outside of Denver, so it's real close to get to. It's a little cooler up here in the mountains in the summertime. And so it's a nice place for people in the city to get out of the city and cool off a little in the summer. In the wintertime, we're close to all of the ski areas right on Interstate 70. All of the traffic from the ski areas pass by. So again, a lot of people come through here and stop and shop or eat. The county has got just lots and lots of activities that are available. Mountain biking, hiking, fishing, kayaking, rafting, exploring old gold mines, old ghost towns. There's just so many things to do up here. Just our proximity to everything. We're far from everything, but yet we're really close. It takes a half an hour to get down to Denver, downtown Denver. It takes 45 minutes to get to Vail. A half an hour or less to get to Loveland to go skiing. So all the activities are really close, whether you want the sophistication of the city or you want this peace and serenity of the mountain.